Morning, ma'am.
Are you all able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. First, let us start. Let us have a recap. Let us have a recap. In last class, what did we complete? Yes. Yes, there is no proper. Are you all able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it audible to you all?
Yes, madam. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Are you all able to see the screen?
Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Last class, what did we discuss?
The dear departed.
The Dear Departed Part 1.
Part 1.
In the Dear Departed Part 1, what did we discuss? Yes. Can anybody tell me what did we discuss? Nobody is telling me. Okay. I will myself tell you. The Dear Departed Part 1. It is a one act play. It is a one act play. And the story is like this. There is an old man in the story. His name is. The old man's name is. Yes, there is an old man in the story. The old man's name is.
Abel Merriweather.
Correct. Exactly. The old man's name is Abel Merriweather. The old man has two daughters. One daughter's name is Emilia. Daughter's name is Emilia, Mrs. Emilia Slater. And her husband is Mr. Henry Slater. One more daughter's name is
Elizabeth Jordan.
Elizabeth Jordan. And her husband's name is Ben Jordan. Now, Abel Merriweather, this old man, lives with Emilia Slater. Emilia Slater, Henry Slater, and their daughter Victoria. Then one day, Emilia Slater finds the old man sleeping deep in his bed and thinks that the old man is dead. So she informs her sister, that is Elizabeth Jordan, and her husband Ben Jordan, to come to their house to visit their house to see the dead father. And before they come, somebody's house has disturbance, they should mute their mic. I cannot tell this again and again. You are disturbing the class. If your house is silent or you are sitting in a silent place, you can unmute your mic. If your house has disturbance or you are sitting in a disturbed place, mute your mic. Okay. So before sister and her husband, that is Elizabeth Jordan and Ben Jordan, comes, Emilia Slater takes a few things from her father's room. That is, one thing she always liked to take is bureau. One is bureau. And one more thing she takes is clock from father's room. Clock and bureau she gets down. And one more thing she takes is new slippers of old man. She asks her husband Henry to leave his old slippers and wear her father's new slippers. So because the old man is dead, and they are very careful that Elizabeth Jordan and Ben Jordan should not understand that they have taken all these things from the old man. When Elizabeth Jordan and Ben Jordan they come, what do they say is, this is their own bureau, this is their own clock. Okay, they bought it. It's not old man's stuff. Now the scene is when the second sister also arrives and they are sitting and talking about how did father die, They are not sad because their father is dead. They are discussing how many things each will get after he is cremated. When the father dies, generally what happens? What do people do? What is the scene in our families when anybody dies?
Crying.
They cry, they feel very sad, they feel disappointed. But here in this scene, they are not bothered that the old man is dead. They are thinking whether the old man paid his insurance premium, because if he has paid his insurance premium, they will get money. And they are also thinking if the old man has died, they have to divide all the things between the two sisters. Okay, these are all the discussions they are doing. And what happens? Victoria, that is Emilia's daughter goes up for something and comes fast down and says, grandfather is up, he is moving, he is not dead. And everybody gets surprised and shocked. Why is this little girl telling? What is this little girl telling? They look upstairs and they find the old man coming down. And who is this old man? Who is
Able
this?
Merriweather.
Yes, the old man who is coming down is Abel Merriweather. And everybody gets shocked. They think he is dead, but he is alive. And this man comes down. While he is coming down, they get disturbed. They don't understand what to do. And now you see the discussion. Abel Merriweather. What's the matter, little Vicky? Vicky is Victoria here. Who is Vicky?
Victoria.
Must somebody's house TV is played. TV sound I am getting. You're all 10th class students. You're all 15 years age. Still, you do not have any common sense to switch off the TV while the class is going on. Okay. So Abel Merriweather, he comes downstairs and he sees Victoria running here and there, and he asks, "What's the matter, Vicky?" Vicky is Victoria here. Then Ben Jordan, that is Mr. Jordan and Mrs. Jordan, that is Elizabeth Jordan and Ben Jordan, they look at him. They look at him and he looks at them. Then the father thinks this daughter, that is Elizabeth Jordan, she never came to Slater's house, that is Emilia's sister's house, for many years. Then this old man says, "What brought you here? What brought you here? Why are you here? You never come here." You can see in the textbook also, there is a dialogue. Okay. Then he says, "What brought you here? How are you here? How's yourself?" Okay. Then Abel thrusts his hand. Thrust means keeping his hand on Ben, that is Ben Jordan. And Ben quickly skips his hand smartly and goes and sits on the sofa at a distance. He's afraid. Oh, this old man is awake. Is he old man only, or is he devil? Is he spirit? Is he real old man? He little gets worried. So he goes aside and sits on sofa. Then what happens? You see the next slide. Now, Mrs. Slater. Who is Mrs. Slater? That is Emilia Slater. Emilia Slater gingerly approaches father. Gingerly is nothing but careful way. In a careful way, Emilia comes to father and says, "Father, is that you? Father, is that you? You took us by surprise. Father, are you keeping quite well?" Then she says, "Father, you woke up? Father, you are alive? Father, you are well? How is it?" she says. Then Abel Merriweather says, "Of course, it's me. Of course, it's me. Yeah, what do you think? Who it is? It is me only. I am the old man. I am Abel Merriweather. What the devil do you mean by tomfoolery? That is, why are you asking this foolish question? I am your father, and you're asking me why are you well, everything. What is this tomfoolery? That is, what is this funny question? What is this silly question?" Then Abel Merriweather, trying to catch the words, "What happened? Why are you all behaving differently?" Because why everybody is behaving differently? Can anybody tell me? Because they are shocked. Because they thought old man is dead and the old man is alive. So they are shocked. So they are thinking, what is this? What is this? The old man is alive. How is it he is alive? We thought he is dead. Then Abel Merriweather says, I am right enough, but for a bit of headache. I'm quite well, Amelia. I'm well, Jordan. I'm well, Elizabeth. I'm fine, but I have little headache from morning, so I slept for a long time. When he slept for a long time, this foolish lady Amelia thought father is dead. Then Amelia, what the dickens did I do with my new slippers? Then slowly, this father's Abel Merriweather, the old man says, what did I do with my slippers? Where are my slippers, Amelia? I can't find them. I can't find them. Then Mrs. Slater says, oh, sir, oh, my father, it is the slippers are nearby hearth. Hearth is a place where you sit to warm yourself, where there is little burning fire like place. Can you see the hearth in the picture? That is, there is a slide. There is a slide. Huh? Are you able to see a picture? All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
That is hearth. That is hearth. Okay, that is hearth. That is shown in movies also. That is shown in TV also. In many movies, very rich people, they have hearth in their houses. If they want to feel, a little fine, they sit near the hearth. Then Emilia says, Father, your slippers are near the hearth. Father, your slippers are near the hearth. But Abel Merriweather is a smart old man. He sees Henry is slowly removing the slippers. Do you know who wore the slippers in the first part of the story?
Henry Slater.
Yes. Yes. Right. Henry Slater wore the slippers in the first part of the story because Emilia gave slippers to Henry. He is slowly removing the slippers by seeing the old man. The old man notices that. The old man notices, oh, why Henry is wearing these slippers? Why is he removing? Then Mrs. Slater slowly tries to cover. Covering, you say, no? Covering. So slowly, Emilia says, Father, the slippers were very hard. You know, new slippers will be very hard. New shoes will be very hard. Do you all know this? Girls and boys?
Yes, madam. No, we
Yes.
know, madam.
Yes. So, new slippers or new shoes will be little hard. So, Emilia says, Father, your slippers were little hard. So, I asked Henry to wear them and lose them so that it will be comfortable to you. Is it true? Is she speaking the truth?
No,
No,
madam.
madam.
No, she is not speaking truth. She tried to snatch away actually slippers. She actually tried to, she wanted to take it away, not loosen it or not make it comfortable. So then Mrs. Jordan says, Elizabeth says, oh, well, I don't call that delicate stepping into a dead man's shoes in such haste. So then Elizabeth understands. No, my sister took the slippers. She is lying. She is speaking lies. She did not ask Henry, that is her husband, to take the slippers to make them comfortable. She asked Henry to take the slippers away. Then Victoria runs across and sits sits on the floor at his feet. That is grandfather's feet. Are you able to see the picture now?
Yes, madam.
Yes,
Where is Victoria sitting? Where is Victoria sitting?
One side
On the floor at
Very
his
well.
feet, madam.
Sitting on the floor at his feet. What does grandfather call Victoria? What name he calls?
Vicky, madam.
Short form of Victoria. Okay.
Vicky.
So Victoria, she is a small girl. She doesn't know what to say. So she says, "Oh, Grandpa, I am so glad you're not dead." She reveals the secret now. She reveals the secret. Oh, Grandpa, I'm happy that you're not dead. You know, small children, they don't know what is true, what is lies, what is wrong, what is right. So they speak truth most of the times. So, oh, Grandpa, I'm so glad you're dead. I'm so glad you're not dead, she says. Then Mrs. Slater immediately covers. Hey, Victoria, hold your tongue. Mrs. Slater, that is mother of Victoria, she says, Victoria, hold your tongue. What is this? What are you speaking? Because old man will understand, no, what is going on. Then old man understands. What's that? Who's gone dead? He says, what is this, Victoria? What are you saying? Who is dead in the family? Who is dead? What are you saying? Then Mrs. Slater says, Victoria says, she's sorry about your head. Then Victoria, Slater covers it. That is, mother covers it. She says, no, grandfather, not dead. She used the word head. She did not use the word dead. She used the word head. Why Amelia is telling head? Why Amelia is telling head? Because, yes, grandfather had headache. No, she's covering with that word. She's saying, no, father. Victoria is not telling dead. Victoria is telling head. This way, Amelia covers. Then Abel says, thank you, Vicky. I'm feeling better. Thank you, my dear little girl. You are worried about my headache. I am fine now. Now, next, Abel Merriweather says, why are you all in black clothes? Why are you all in? Come on, tell.
Why, Ben, you are in mourning?
Yes, mourning. Black clothes are worn for mourning somebody's death. In Christian families, in Western countries, mostly in Western countries or in Christian families, when somebody dies in the family, when they have to mourn somebody's death, mourn is nothing but crying and feeling sad. When they have to mourn somebody's death, they wear black dress. Now, Abel Merriweather sees everybody is wearing black. Everybody is wearing black because they thought, what did they think? Because they thought Abel Merriweather died. Yes, Abel Merriweather died. So he says, why everybody is wearing black color? Why everybody is wearing black color? Then he asks, is anybody dead? Is anybody dead in the family? Is anybody dead in the family? Then Amelia Slater covers. No one, father. A relation of Ben. Who is Ben? Who is Ben Jordan?
Husband.
Yes, it is Elizabeth Jordan's husband. So now she can't say, father, we thought you are dead and all. So she says some relative of Ben is dead. One relative of Ben is dead. So we are all wearing black color clothes. Then Abel said, what relation of Ben? Means who in Ben's family somebody died? Who is that? Because Abel Merriweather is Ben Jordan's father-in-law. And father-in-law knows many relations, all relations of Ben. Yes or no? So he says, who died in Ben's family? Then Mrs. Slater immediately responds. She says, his brother died. Whose brother died?
Elizabeth Jordan.
Ben Jordan.
Yes, not Elizabeth Jordan. Ben Jordan's brother died.
Ben Jordan
brother.
Exactly. So Ben says to Mrs. Slater, damn it, I never had one. Ben Jordan says, Mrs. Slater, that is, Amelia, why are you saying my brother died? I never had one brother. I never ever had a brother. Did you understand that situation?
Brother.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Amelia, to cover the story, she said, Ben has a brother and he died. Ben is telling to Amelia, oh, foolish lady, why are you telling my brother died? I never had a brother. Then Abel says, oh, dear. And what was his name? Then Abel Merriweather understands. What is this? Ben's brother died and Ben never had a brother. Then Ben says, he's thinking. Ben says, what name shall I say? He's thinking. Then Mrs. Slater stands from the right side of the table, comes to the left side, and Mrs. Jordan, that is Elizabeth Jordan, says, Albert. Father, my husband's brother's name was Albert. Then Ben says, yes, Isaac Albert. Then Ben also covers the story and says, Isaac Albert. So who is dead now in the story?
Isaac Albert.
And who is Isaac Albert?
Ben's
By
brother.
relation? Yes, Ben's brother. Then Abel says Isaac. And where did your brother Isaac die? Now Abel Meriwether understands something is wrong. All these people are telling me lies. So Isaac, where did he die? Where did he die? Ben says he died in Australia. He doesn't live here. He lives in Australia. Then Abel Meriwether leaves that discussion. He leaves that discussion and he says, oh, well, I suppose you have all been waiting for me to begin tea. I'm feeling hungry. He sees kettle on the table. All these people, they were drinking tea. Do you remember in the dinner? They were drinking tea. Do you remember that scene? Yes. Do you remember that scene? Yes. Okay. So he says, oh, kettle is there, tea is ready. I'm hungry. Let us all have some tea. Then there is some disturbance, ma. Mute all your mics once. Immediately. All of you mute your mics immediately. Ma, some music in somebody's house, class is going on. Don't you understand? You're all 10th class students. Don't you understand how to handle Zoom class? How many times I should tell you mute your mic if you are sitting in a disturbed place? Okay. So Abel Meriwether says, come on, the tea is ready. Let us all have tea. And Slater says, okay, father, I'll make tea for everybody. Abel says, come along. Now sit you down and let's be jolly. Then Abel Meriwether says, okay. Ben's brother died or whoever died. Let us leave that discussion. I am hungry. Let us all sit at the table and let us all have tea and talk something good. Let's that discussion. Abel Meriwether is this. Now you can see the picture. Are you all able to see the picture? Are you all able to see the slides?
Yes, madam.
Yes. They're all sitting at the table and they're all trying to have
Tea, madam.
tea. Yes, they're all trying to have tea. So Abel Meriwether, while having tea, he suddenly recollects. He suddenly thinks something. Hey, Emilia and Henry, what the devil did you mean by shifting my bureau out of my bedroom? First, he asked about slippers. They said they used the slipper. Ma, what things are you all doing? Somebody's mic must be put immediately. How much disturbance you are creating in class, you see. Every 5 or 10 minutes, I should tell you mute your mics. How much disturbance in the class, ma? You don't understand what is going on in your house. So, Abel Meriwether, while all of them are sitting and talking in a jolly way, he notices his bureau is down. Then you can see the bureau in the picture also. There is a bureau and there is clock also. Then he says, oh, what nonsense is this? How did my bureau come down from my bedroom? Who moved it? Who moved my bureau? Do you hear me, Emilia? Do you hear me, Henry? Who brought the bureau down? It was there in my room. The old man says. Mrs. Jordan, what bureau was that, father? Then Abel says, why, my bureau, the one I bought. A pause. The clock on the mantelpiece strikes 6. Everyone looks at it. Mrs. Jordan, pointing to the bureau, was it the one, father? Abel says, ah, that's. What's it doing here? Drat me if that isn't my clock too. What the devil's been going on in the house? Then the father looks at the clock. The father looks at the bureau. The old man is angry. He says, oh, these are my things. The clock was in my room. The bureau was in my room. These two things I bought, they were in my room. How is it they are brought down? Who brought them down? Why is it brought down? Come on, answer me. He shouted in anger. Then everybody paused. Everybody paused. They did not understand how to answer because Henry and Emilia, actually Emilia's plan, it was to get the bureau down. Then Ben says, well, I'll be hanged. Mrs. Jordan says, I'll tell you what's been going on in this house, father. Nothing short of robbery. Then the daughter, that is Elizabeth, is already angry with Emilia. She says, oh, I'll tell you, father, your daughter, that is Emilia, and your son-in-law, that is Henry, they are behaving like robbers. They are behaving like robbers. While you were asleep, they brought this bureau and clock downstairs. They brought this bureau and clock downstairs. Okay. So now Elizabeth stood. Mrs. Slater says, quiet, Elizabeth. What are you talking? Quiet. Why are you saying like this to my father? Mrs. Jordan, I'll not be quiet. I'll not be quiet. You're double-faced. You're double-faced. You actually robbed the bureau and clock, but you're telling that you bought it. Because Emilia said, I bought it. Emilia said to Elizabeth, Ma, will you mute your mic or will you exit from the class? Ma, mute your mic, ma. Some girl or boy. Who is it? Who is it? Oracle girls. Okay. Now, Mrs. Jordan, that is Elizabeth Jordan, says, and you too, are you such a fool that you must do every dirty thing she tells you? Then Elizabeth tells to Henry, you foolish man, your wife told you to get the bureau down. Your wife told you that she will take the clock and you followed her words. Why do you follow her words always? Then she also says, I'll not see you robbed. And Abel says, damn it, will someone tell me what's going on? Abel Merriweather says, what is going on? Why are you all quarreling? Why are you all shouting at each other? Who's robbing me? He doesn't understand what is going on, what dialogues, what is this going on in the house? What are my daughters speaking? What is my son-in-law speaking? He says. Mrs. Jordan, that is Elizabeth, says, Emilia and Henry, they have stolen your clock and bureau. What did Emilia and Henry do? Father, they stole your clock and bureau. They sneaked into your room, that is slowly entering. That is, they sneaked into your room like thieves in the night and stole them after you were dead. Elizabeth told old man. my dear father, these two husband and wife, they are robbers. While you are sleeping, slowly they entered your room. Slowly they entered your room and they stole your bureau and your clock. Henry and Mrs. Slater says, that is Emilia and Henry say, quite Elizabeth, quite. Mrs. Jordan says, I'll not be stopped. I'll not be stopped. I'll tell the truth to father. What all things you did, I'll tell to my father. I'll tell about your intentions, about your bad intentions. Okay, I think the class will cut. I think the class will cut. First of all, ma, remember one thing. While you are joining the class, and while you are attending any class, if there is disturbance from your side, mute your mics immediately. What nonsense, ma? Again, somebody is talking. Ma, somebody is talking, ma. Okay. So Elizabeth, in a very angry way, tells father everything. They thought that you are dead and they stole your bureau and clock. Here we'll end the class because the class will be disconnected now. We will continue in the next class. Read the lesson from the textbook and read the meanings of the lesson.
Sure, madam.
First of all,
Sure, madam.
no, we have one. I can finish one more slide. Okay. So Elizabeth, what did she tell father? We thought, that is, these dirty people thought you are dead and they stole your things. Then Abel says, after who was dead? He understands now who was dead. Mrs. Jordan says, you father, they thought you are dead, but I am not dead, he says. Then Mrs. Jordan says, no, but they thought you were dead. Then Abel says, so that's why you're all in black. You thought I was dead. Okay, that is the mistake. Then Emilia says, father, listen to me, father. Sorry, father, sorry. She starts drama. Emilia starts drama. Then Abel says, it didn't take you long to start dividing my things. I'll tell you what I am going to do. Since your mother died, I have lived a part of time with you, Emilia, and a part of time with you, Lizzie. Lizzie is Elizabeth here. Well, I shall make a new will. Will is property will. Okay, they write their property to whom they want to give. That is property will. Well, I shall make a new will, leaving all my bits of things to whoever I am living with when I die. How does that strike you? How do you understand that? Abel Merriweather is very angry now. Okay, you are all in black dress because you all thought I was dead. And without crying for me, without feeling sad that I was dead, you all started to divide things between, that is, all my things among yourself. So I understood it now. You're all doing this thing here. You're all doing such things in the house. Now I understood. Now I'll tell you, when your mother died, I lived some time with Elizabeth. I lived some time with Emilia. And I will write a new will now. Will is writing all your property, all your sharing all your things to somebody, that is children or grandchildren or to anybody else. So he says, I will change my will now. I will not give anything to you, to the two daughters. I will change my will before I die.
Audio సాధుడు.
Hello? So what do you understand, my dear children? I will change the things. Now you think of dividing the things. You will not get anything now. You will not get anything now. Then Elizabeth immediately comes and tells, Father, you came to live with us. you were very comfortable when you lived with my family. Why don't you come back to my house? See how smart Elizabeth is. She says, Father, Emilia is very bad. Emilia thought you were dead. You don't live in this house. You come and live with me. Because Abel said he will give all his things to whom he will live with. Okay. So Elizabeth says, Father, you come and live with us. Father, you come and live with us. It is long time